Hi, I'm Heyzeus, and this is another profitable trade-ups video. Similar to the last one, we'll be going over some new trade-ups, and we're also going to look at some older trade-ups at their new price points, now that the whole market's shifted quite a bit. As usual, all the prices for inputs I show are prices with buy orders. You really need to use buy orders if you want to make a decent profit. Additionally, any of the profit or loss margins that I show are after Steam tax. I'm only going to show the raw value once Steam tax has been taken into account, so you don't need to deduct Steam tax off any of the values I show. Two more quick things. First of all, this video is sponsored by levels.gg, a really awesome site that makes increasing your Steam level easy, and Lord knows it's something I could benefit from. I'll talk more about it at the end of the video, but what I will say for now is that my affiliate's code is Heyzeus. It's in the description. You'll get a really neat bonus if you use it. Also, my factory new USPS Neo Noir giveaway ends in a day, so make sure you enter it before it closes. Anyway, let's get on to the main show. The first trade up is a real penny pincher. It's a very narrow margin trade up, but it's also quite easy to spam. To do it, you'll need 8 field tested restricted Spectrum 2 skins and 2 minimal wear restricted Spectrum 2 skins. The total cost for all that should be about $3.25 if you're using buy orders, and the average float needs to be below 0.15. In terms of the particular Spectrum 2 skins, I'd recommend focusing on the Goo, the Ziggy, and the Phantom. This might seem like a difficult trade up to get the right float skins for, but in practice I found it's fairly easy. The skins tend to come in the correct floats to do these sorts of trade ups fairly regularly, and also with these particular skins it's also generally fairly easy to resell unusable skins at cost after you get them through buy orders, so it's not as bad as it looks. In terms of the returns you get, it's also fairly straightforward. You'll lose about 25 cents on the llama cannon, and you'll make about 40 cents on the high roller and the leaded glass. So small margins, but fairly reliable, easy to do, not too expensive. It's a classic spare change trade up of old. Our second trade up is a clutch case trade up. The first clutch case trade up I've done since they came out really, but I'll definitely be doing more in the future. This is a StatTrak mil-spec trade up. We're using 6 minimal wear skins, preferably Night Riots and Oxide Blazers. You want to be getting these for about 62 cents each with buy orders, and 4 factory new skins, which should be about $1.20 each with buy orders. I'd recommend focusing on the Oxide Blaze or the Aloha for these particular inputs. The total cost should come to about $8.40, and the average float needs to be below 0.076, and with that average float it may be possible to do things with only 3 factory new skins rather than 4. If you can find the right floats for that, I'd recommend it because it will save you some money. As far as outcomes go, the good stuff will make you a decent buck, particularly the Glock. That's about $6 profit, but the UMP and Swag 7 are also decent profits as well. The Lionfish and the Nova both sting a bit, but you make more money off any win than you can lose with either of these skins, and you'll win 60% of the time, so there's an obvious profit in the long run. Except for when I'm doing it, I just don't ask about that. Also, I'll just add that the value of all the skins in this trade up contract are going to be gradually dropping over the next few months. It should stay just as profitable as a percentage profit, but the values will shift. But don't be put off by that, it's going to continue to work. The third trade up is a Chroma 3 Spectrum trade up. It's actually quite good if you can find the right skins. You'll want 6 minimal wear re-entries. These are Chroma 3 skins. You'll want to pay about 40 cents for each of these with buy orders. You'll also need 4 factory new Spectrum skins, and these will come in at around 85 cents each with a buy order. All up, you should be paying about $5.80. Now, you do need to get the average float quite low, below 0.055, but if you can manage that, there are quite decent profits to be had. And as far as these go, you'll get a split of 60% Chroma 3 skins and 40% Spectrum skins. You'll be losing 1/3 of the time on either a Xianglu or a Fleet Flock. More often than not, the Fleet Flock. You'll lose about $1 on either of these, but otherwise it's just profit across the board, particularly with the Asimov and the Fever Dream, but either way, any win will always outweigh any loss, and since you're winning 2/3 of the time, it works out well. Fourth trade up. This is another restricted Spectrum combination trade up, this time with the Wildfire collection, another real classic in all honesty. although cheaper to do now than it has been for a long time. Once again, 4 factory new Spectrum skins at 85 cents each with a buy order, and 6 minimal wear Wildfire skins. I'd recommend sticking to the Triumvirate and Praetorian personally. They're the cheapest 2 restricted skins available for that collection. They should be about 56 cents each with a buy order, and you'll be paying about $6.80 all up. The average float you need is less than 0.07. This one sort of contrasts the previous trade up in being easier to do, easier to get the right floats for, but slightly less profitable. You take a $2 hit on either the Xianglu or the Nova Hyper Beast, and you make money on the remaining 4 outcomes. The Kamicho Dragon, the Fever Dream are the best 2. Also keep in mind there is a bias towards Wildfire skins. There's a 20% chance of getting any of them, but only a 13% chance of getting a Spectrum skin. But since they pay slightly better, that's really a good thing. Also, it's just one of those trade-ups where you lose 1/3 of the time and win 2/3. So you'll be making money a lot more often than you lose it. For our final trade up, we're going to be using Stat Track Restricted Gamma 2 skins, 7 minimal wear and 3 factory new. I'm sticking to all petroglyphs here, but if you can find Power Cores and Triarchs for the right price, you can use them as well. The 7 Stat Track minimal wear petroglyphs should come in a tad over $1 each with buy orders. The 3 factory new petroglyphs should be about $2.20 each with buy orders. All up, you'll be paying about $3.80, and the average float needs to be below 0.07. As for what you can get, this trade up has low margins but no risk. You'll make about $1 or so from the Sid Mead, $2.50 from the fuel injector, and about $3.50 from the airlock. These are also good skins to use on trading sites if you're willing to wait for the trade ban to run out, and you'll increase your profit margins in the process if you do that. So if you're holding onto some skins to stick on a trade bot at some point in the future, I'd look at doing that with these when you do this trade up. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I was going to do a demo showing people how to use levels.gg at this point, but I figured I'd separate it out into another video. That should also be up tonight with any luck. Otherwise, I hope people found this trade up guide useful. There should be more on the way. If you did find it useful, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.